Yes, sir. This should work. This time it's with the audio. Like I said last time, apparently I didn't put the audio on, so that kind of sucked. But if you followed the live stream on Instagram, then yeah, you could have heard the audio. But here on YouTube, apparently I didn't have audio. I just figured out why, so we should be good. Anyways, let's jump in, guys. Just having my first morning coffee, second one. Ah. So today I wanted to talk, as long as there's no questions, I wanted to talk about cold approach pickup, how easy it actually is, but how difficult it is at the same time. Ooh, paradox. And I wanted to talk about what it can really do for you. I mentioned this a couple of times in my videos. Cold approach is really, it's such an it's the skill with the highest ROI in the world. It's not crypto. It's not buying a house. No, it's cold approach. I'm giving you motherfucking financial advice. Kidding, kidding. It's not financial advice. But cold approach is definitely the dopest skill in the world because I know a lot of my followers are like, oh, yeah, it's nice and I can have sex with girls. It's not just about that. Maybe if you begin on this journey, you feel like that. You think that's what you want. You think I want sex because then I'm cool. Maybe that's what you think you want. As you grow up, as you mature, you will find out that it's not really that what you want. Mostly, you'll find out in the beginning that's actually not even sex, it's validation. You want validation. Then later, as you learn to self validate, as you grow up, as you build a life, as you're maturing, you learn to self validate, and now it's love, right? So that's yo, what's up, Jake? Just sick. So that's what I want to talk about today, like the beauty of cold approach, how fucking epic it can be, what kind of adventures you can expect, but also how easy it actually is, and at the same time how difficult it actually is. So let's jump motherfucking in. Let's start with the beginning. Like, what can be possible for you if you actually get this down? If you understand cold approach, if you really get it down, if you master it, there's a couple of things that can happen for you. The first one, the internal change. You know what? Let's start with the external. I know you don't want to hear the internal because you just want to fuck, basically. So, what's going to happen for you externally? You're going to have all the sex in the world. You can talk to any girl at any given time. Thereby, you're going to create a lot of opportunities. And thereby, you can just date all the women that you like. Now, I know for a lot of you that sounds like no. Yes, literally, yes. I am in Bangkok for 1 week. I have two girls already set up in the rotation. It can really be like that. Yo, what's up? It can really be like that. And I'm not saying that to brag. I am saying that to inspire you. I want you to realize that that is actually a possibility and not even a possibility. Yo, what's up? But it can actually, instead of a possibility, become a reality. Because for me, every city that I go to is the same thing. So that's the beauty about cold approach. The beauty about cold approach is you need nothing. You can just book a fucking ticket, go to a new city, get an Airbnb, build a fucking life. You'll set yourself free. You can go wherever you want. Now, that's the beauty of cold approach. I'll give you an example. So I arrive in Bangkok and I'm walking in the mall, which is fucking sick. The malls here are fucking crazy, I'm telling you. Never seen anything like it. I see a girl, really hot, really good, like fully tatted. I like that shit. And just very casually. And now we're slowly moving into the how easy, but at the same time how difficult cold approach is. Very casually, I'm like, yo, hey, you have such sick tattoos. And this is where a lot of you think, hey, but you said never to give a compliment. I don't understand. It's all nuanced. There's a lot of paradoxes here, and you need to understand them. It's never, never, and it's not always. There's always a middle ground that you want to do. Because, for example, I am very advanced in this. I have a lot of experience behind my belt. If I do it, then yeah, it's gonna go well. If I'm like, yo, I really like your tattoos, it's not a problem. However, if you're a complete simp and newbie and you're like, I love your tattoos, That's very different. And I'm making an exaggeration here, but very subtly this happens. You do like, oh, I love your tattoos. Please be with me, baby. That's what you do, and she hears it in your tone, even though it's very subtle. You get that? By the way, if you have any questions about anything at all or about what I'm talking about, feel free to ask me. So it's always about paradoxes. It's never black and white, especially not in dating. Because, for example, if I were to coach you in the beginning, I would actually tell you to be very direct. I would tell you that you should be very straightforward. You should give compliments. Is that because you're going to get the best results in that way? No. In the short term, you're not going to get the best results by going very, very direct. But in the long term, you will. Because I know that guys who pay me for coaching, a lot of times, these guys are guys that are not comfortable with being very direct, being very sexual. So I make them. As soon as you got that down, as soon as you're not afraid of it anymore, you're familiar with that vibe of just walking up and being like, wow, you are absolutely gorgeous. What is your name? And saying that in a way where you're giving and not taking, where it's really abundant instead of needy. As soon as you can do that, sure, we can move to the next level. Now we're not going to go that direct anymore. We're going to go a little bit more indirect. Why? Because it's for more advanced shit. You can just be more advanced, then you can be more casual about it. And that's going to give you more results in the long term. So I'll walk up to her like, yo, I love your tattoos. We strike up a little conversation, and before you know it, you know what? I'm not gonna tell this story. I'm not gonna tell this story. I'm just gonna give examples because this story it's a little private. Anyways, so the beauty of cold approach pickup is where you, yo, what's up? If you have any questions, Nemchenko, let me know. The beauty of cold approach pickup is that you can just go wherever, whenever, and you can just start dating people. Um, Not just that, it's not just about you being able to create an amazing dating life where you can actually date fucking tens, like girls that you thought, wow, they're definitely out of my league. You can actually get them. Not just about that. It's also about you having the ability to make friends, to walk out to people, to go to a club by yourself, create a fucking epic party, make 10 friends, meet 10 girls, then hang out with the guys, go out with them, create a friend group, hang out with the girls, create friends with them, start dating some of the girls. Like that's what it's really about. But you don't want to hear that. You just want to fuck. So let's talk about fucking. The way you do this is it's very, very simple. And at the same time, very, very complicated. First, what you need to do is you need to get a shit ton of approaches done. Like you need to get as many approaches done as you possibly can. Because if you're not doing it, someone else is, and he is kicking your ass. Let me give you an example. If you're not even approaching, let's say you're approaching one girl every week. Every week you muster up the courage and you approach one girl. Now you're competing with one of my students who is doing, let's say, 10, 20 approaches. Let's do 10 just to be generous with you. If he does 10 approaches a day, you do one a week, means he does 70 approaches a week. You do one. He is growing 70 times faster than you are. He's absolutely kicking your ass. In a month, you talked to four girls. He talked to 280 girls. Do you see that? Do you think if you were to talk to 280 girls in 1 month, you would get slightly better with women? Do you think you slightly get a better understanding of how to maneuver the situation and all that? Yeah. So that's the first thing. You need to take massive action. When I say massive action, I mean massive action. As soon as you're doing that, and the thing there is, yeah, but I can't take massive action because I'm shy. I'm too shy. Yeah, that's why you need to pay me because I can say whatever, but as long as you're not paying me, you're not doing the work. So I know that for a fact because that's why the clients that I have, they get amazing results. And most guys in my DM, they ask me the most retarded questions ever. There's a very big difference between those two people who pay, who invest in themselves, and people who are kind of like freeloading. A lot of times I find that the freeloading people, which again, I'm here to provide value and I'll help you wherever I can, but the freeloading people, they don't get results because they're just stuck and they're too shy and they have excuses. And people who pay, they don't have excuses. They're like, yo, here's my money. It's a lot of money for me. I feel this pain. You tell me what I need to do and I will fucking do it. That's the difference. That's the big difference between people who pay and people who don't pay. But anyways, if you're at the point where you're like, yeah, but I'm shy, poor you. Poor you. I was shy. Just because you're shy, does that mean that you're unable to do an action? Just because I tell myself I cannot drink this coffee, I cannot drink this coffee, I cannot drink this coffee. Because I tell myself bullshit, does that mean I can't do it? No. If you're shy, you're shy. Fuck it. You walk up, hey, I'm shy. That's it. That's literally it. You walk up, you're like, hey, I'm shy, but I like you. What's your name? And if you can't do that, you need to pay me. Because if you pay me, then you're going to do the action. Because if you pay me and it hurts, then you're going to do the right things. So, yeah. So that's it. You need to take massive motherfucking action. That's 10, 20 girls a day. Doesn't have to be girls, can be guys as well, can be groups. You go out, walk on the streets, and basically have a good time. Talk to people, make friends, interact with people. That's what you want to do. Now, as soon as you're doing that, you're taking massive action. What you're going to find is you're gonna get better. You're just because you're getting into a social state, a social flow, you're gonna get better. But then what's gonna happen on top of that? Not only are you going to feel better and thereby get better results, also your brain is very good at automatically learning. It's gonna see this works, this doesn't. You don't even have to do that consciously. It just does it for you. So if you just take a shit ton of action, you would end up in such different place. So you do that, you start learning, you start approaching, you're getting better. All right, that's great. Now, you're going to find in the long run, you're going to find that this never really was about self improvement. It actually was about self acceptance. And a lot of you don't want to hear this, and that's okay. You're not ready for this. You'll get there, you will. But a lot of you are so focused on self improvement. I need to get better. I need to do more of this. I'm not funny enough. Oh, fuck, I should have taken the lead right there. I should have done this. I should have done that. I should have done this. And you're so focused on getting better and better and better. But every time when you try to get better, you're confirming that you're not good enough. Okay, so you're saying do nothing. No, dude, no. Again, paradoxes. What I am saying, aim to be better, but a lot of times you guys are way much more on the side of getting better and better and better than being okay with who it is that you are. So a lot of you would get a lot more value if you were to just focus on self acceptance instead of self improvement. The difference there is the following. I'm shy. How can I overcome my shyness? I need to be better. I need to be confident. As long as you're resisting the shyness, it will be there. And as long as you're trying to be confident, you're confirming, I'm actually shy. And as long as you're doing that, you're being inauthentic, you're not being real, and it's going to make sure that you're not taking the right actions. Self acceptance would be okay, I do feel shy. I'm a human. Sometimes I feel shy. It's normal. I feel shy sometimes. Okay. Even though I feel shy, I am good enough. And even though I feel shy, I'm going to take the correct action. And then you just do it. The difference here is a very big difference. In one, you're approaching and you're like, hey, what's up? And she's like, this is fake. This is very, very fake. She knows. The other, you're completely accepting the mental state that you're in. You're accepting who it is that you are in that moment. And by the way, you are not shy. No one is shy. It's not who you are. It's something that you're experiencing. There's a very big difference there. So you can realize in that moment, okay, I am experiencing shyness, but it doesn't mean that I'm not good enough. I am good enough. I will walk up, I will take action, and I'm okay if I'm shy right now. Very big difference. You're going to get way better results if you go like that. You can even tell her, hey, I feel shy. But just by you accepting that you do feel shy, is going to make a very big difference, because whatever you resist, it stays, it doesn't go away. You have to really embrace it for you to be able to let it go. What you're going to find is, as soon as you start accepting yourself and you approach, even though you feel shy, you're like, okay, I feel shy. That's fine. Sooner or later, you're not going to feel shy anymore, because one, you accept it, but two, you're taking action. And now you're going to get a lot of feedback, some negative, most positive, most likely. And you're going to get a lot of feedback, and this feedback is going to reprogram your mind. Like I said, you don't have to actively do that. Your brain does it for you. You're just going to get a lot of feedback, and you're going to reprogram your mind. And before you know it, you're like, wow, I feel a lot less shy now. I feel pretty confident. Because a lot of times when we think about confidence, we think about this real strong alpha dude who's a gangster and blah blah. Confidence is really not that. If you have that image of confidence, you're fucking up, because you're trying to be someone again that you're not. Trying to improve, trying to become that man. So you're gonna be someone that you're not, and that doesn't work. Real confidence is just competence. Super simple. Confidence is literally competence. It's where you know that what you're going to do, most likely, you have a good chance at succeeding at it. I always give the example of tying your shoes. You're pretty confident in tying your shoes, aren't you? But when you tie your shoes, do you tell yourself, I'm fucking tying my shoes, man. I'm fucking doing it. Yeah, I'm Mr. Shoe Tie Man. I'm gonna fucking do it. No, you just put on your shoe, you tie your shoes, and it's done. Why would it be any different when you're approaching women? It's not. When you're approaching women, it's the same thing. You're not like, I'm going to make a fucking approach. I'm a gangster. No, you're just going to make the approach. Hey, what's up? Chill, calm, normal. Just like you're tying your shoes. How do you get to that point? You need to approach. You need to approach a lot. Just like you, how did you tie your shoes? You did it a lot. Now you're good at it. It's the same thing. So what you're going to find then, after you've done a lot of approaches, is that you're going to find that you are changing. There's something happening inside you. Then you're going to get results. That's going to happen. Just by you approaching, you will get results. Sooner or later, you're going to get the results. Even if it's just one. Because if you think about it, let's say you approach, let's be generous, okay? Let's say you approach, for the sake of it, 20 girls per week. That's like 3 per day, something like, yeah, that should be right. That's not that difficult. Let's say you do 20 girls per week. If you do that every week consistently, 4 weeks, 80 girls. So you're talking to 80 girls per month. Okay. Now let's say you do that for a year. That's 800, 960. So that's 960 for a year. You talk to 960 girls in a year. Do you think one of them would like to suck your dick? Statistically, do you think one of the 960 women that you talk to is like, fuck yeah, let me do it. I like this guy. Or do you think that maybe statistically, one of them just broke up with a boyfriend, fucking hated that guy, he never fucked her properly, and she's like, you know what? I'm going to fuck you. Statistically. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Statistically, one of them will like you. Even better, it's not one out of 960 girls. Most likely, it's about what should it be? 60 minimum 60 girls will like you. I dude, it's just statistics. So just by you doing that, you would actually already solve your dating problems. My job wouldn't exist if you actually did that, but you don't. So you need me, because you don't know how to do it. And what's going to happen is, maybe you're going to approach one girl and you're like, fuck, that didn't go well. You're going to approach another one, you're like, fuck, that didn't go well. Another one, you're like, fuck, I give up. Or you're going to get very negative. You're like, fuck, that didn't go well. Fuck, that didn't go well. Fuck, that didn't go well. And then before you know it, you're going to approach the girls with an attitude where you're like, fuck, that didn't go well. Fuck, that didn't go well. And the girls feel your energy and they're like, yeah, no, I'm good. And then you're not going to get results. So It's not that easy. This is where the difficult part of cold approach pickup comes in. Because I said it's super simple. Because what I just described to you, does it sound simple? Yeah, you just talk to fucking girls. You should talk to 20 girls every week, and you'll have 60 girls that you're dating in a year, minimum. Very, very simple, right? But at the same time, it's very difficult because if you're going to talk to these girls, like at least you have to have somewhat of a decent performance. Because if you talk to 960 girls and you're going to be creepy or weird, and weird would include, I'm so confident. That's weird. Girls think that's weird because they're very intuitive. They see right through you. They're like, it's pathetic. Then out of the 960, zero will like you. So that's the difficult part. The difficult part is actually game is super simple. Game is really like be normal, don't be weird. That's it. If you can just be normal and don't be weird, you will get results. Simple, right? But so difficult, right? I mean, I'm not saying that you're weird, but I'm pretty sure you're weird when interacting to women. I'm pretty sure you're a completely normal guy, but whenever you're interacting with women, all of a sudden you change, don't you? Because you want to fuck her. I want to fuck her. And that's weird because you change. You're like, I want to fuck her. I want to prove myself. I need the validation, yo. And then she feels that. And then she's like, what does this guy want? I mean, he's giving me weird vibes. That's how you become weird. So my advice would be don't try to fuck her. Try to be normal. Try to have a conversation. Try to be a human. Literally, game comes down to you not being weird and you being normal. If you could just do that, if you could just not be weird and be normal and talk to girls and interact with the world by being normal and not being weird, you would get tons and tons and tons of girls chasing your ass. But you can't because you want to fuck her. I want to fuck. I want to sex. I want to make the pussy wet, yo. I want to have the sexy boom boom time because then I'm cool. I'll be so cool after I fuck. I'll be so cool. I'm literally making an exaggeration because I want you to feel this pain because this is what you're doing. This is literally what you're doing. I want to get the sex, yo. Let me get the sex, and then tell all my bros, yo, I had the sex, yo, bro. I fucked that girl. I fucked her. And your bro, wow, bro, you're amazing, man. Fuck, you're a cool dude. Hey, wow, beautiful. This is what you're doing. It's literally what you're doing. If you could just let go of that, be normal, don't be weird, you get amazing results. But that's an art. That's difficult. It's not just like that because you've been programmed. So it's not your mistake. You've been programmed to think that way. And you need to break free from that. You need to completely break free from that programming. And how do you do that? By taking massive action, looking internally, and getting coaching. You need to invest in yourself. Literally, the guys who invest in themselves, they fix this in 90 fucking days. They're absolutely changed their lives. They have all the dating results that they want. They start dating beautiful, beautiful women. The women that you literally jerk off to on Instagram, my clients are dating. Yo, what's up, Extreme? My clients are dating them. So that's really the best way to go about this. There's no other way. There is another way. You can do it on your own. It's going to take you years and years and years. A lot of humiliation. You're going to be perceived as very, very weird. People are really going to be creeped out by you every time you go out. They're like, who's that dude? And you're going to have to go through this for years and years and years. And then you might get it or you might not get it. Or you get fucking coaching. You invest in yourself. You put fucking money where your mouth is. You're like, you know what? I'm done. I don't want this anymore. This is pathetic. I'm jerking off to OnlyFans girls. This is sad. I'm going to step up and change my dating life. But again, I can't do that for you. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the live here because I got some work to do. But it's been a pleasure. I'll be here most likely tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Peace out, motherfuckers.